This Ronnie to Ronnie, this is getting ridiculous. Even if you're telling everybody, I just want everybody to know I see what I'm doing. I see it, but I'm not stopping it. But I'm not speeding. I'm not going through a light. There's nobody behind me, beside me. I go where I have to go, where I want to go, where I need to go. I don't have no application to any, yeah, like you're going to understand that, right? Like, I'm not addicted to anything. Mr. Tech Pants, where are you? My God, what have I done? Heckle and hide? No way, I don't hide. I got a couple of secrets. It's a momentary thought. I haven't completed them, so I can't share half of something that I'm thinking of. So I keep it inside for now. So if somebody ever asks you something, if you have something you want to tell them and it's no, and they think you're keeping a secret because it's a thought that's not finished thinking of, how can you tell somebody half a story? But they want to know it all right away, and they don't give you any time. You got to tell them right now. What are you thinking? I'm in trend of thought. Don't I get to have any resistance within my own body? Within my own spot? The place I stand? Going nowhere? 0.0? Stand on me, give me a 10. Hey, without you, but with you we're half. 5 and 5, and we're whole. And then we start thinking and sharing the thought. So we become 2 thoughts shared of 3 of 2. 3, 2, 2. 1 and 2 share, I share, you share. Anyways, what I wanted to show you here was that what happens is you start from this here, you go all the way through, you come around this way, you go through the center, but you don't mark it. You come all the way out this way and make the tail of the bird. Then I show you that the bird is only over here. But it depends on what side the world is. I thought the bird was over here. Where's the bird? Or maybe it's just a little bird. How can I do this? Is it just a little bird with the crown? See the crown on his head? Imagination. 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 Behold the globe. I hold the globe and I rise with the globe. Through my hand. On this angle, it envelops, engulfs, but on this angle, I own it. What are we going to go to next? So we looked at those birds, right? Get that out of the way. Bird's got a tag on it. All the birds have a tag because we want to know what the birds are doing. Have you ever written down monkey? Which poem? I didn't finish it. I finished with this. It's a dud. It's a dud. Let me tell you one thing. It's a dud. I shows you this in YouTube. I. How can we think any different? Maybe the I is on a different angle. See how it's split? They're actually even with each other. Are they not? They're even with each other. Look at my pen. Is that not even? There you go. They're even. The weights of the 2 eggs that we pick up are the boulders from Fred Flintstone. Of the E and E, of the I and I. See what we do? The reason I put 2 here and I put 1 here, because if I flip this one over, this one will go in the middle of here. You'll see all 3. Secondly, H and I, here we get 9. Here we get 3 and 6. Here we show that there's a 5. We meet the open tunnel. The tunnel closes over here at the beginning. It closes over here in the center. The reason I do 2 and 1, because this is the passage in, and this is the passage through, across. Together, these 2 create their own H, in which then we'll reconnect 1 in the center to create your H and I, your T connection between the 2 weights, between the 2 worlds. Okay? This one's the H, this one's the I. It's H is completed over here. Follow me? If we slice this book in half, this way, one side will get this, the other side will get that. But if I slice it in half, if I slice the book in half from here, this point, all the way to this point, they both share. Not to this point, because she'll just sleep over on this half, but to this point. To this point gives you one kind of world. To this point gives you the secondary world. In fact, they would have to clip from here to here, because you cannot touch. One of the worlds must have center. The center is void and must be held on by something of one of the sides, because it's the sides that come together to create the center, to fill in, to create something within the empty space or the gap. Putting four walls and a roof up above a floor, you will create a room. If you take it away, it's an open space. Reboot. Andreas Falls, Reboot, and Danger. Matrix, who has one eye. Reboot, Andreas Filter Services in our computers. I just bumped into this right now. Does anybody know anything about Monday? Today is Monday. How do you write Monday? M-U-N-D-A-Y. Rick Shaw. Monday, Beetle. Why Monday and not monkey? Because the key day of the monkey is a Monday. Demos. We must search and understand the moons of Mars. Demos and Phobos. Phobos is the phobia, but that's what it wants you to think. But Deimos is the electronic. Deimos is where the cube picks up the information. So however things run around Deimos and Phobos and other selected moons will tell you a little bit more about who we are. We must eliminate the scales. If you take off all the scales in the fish, you will find 5 areas of scales where you can match them together, and everything is built around that. But on the fish, it's just an example. It's just an example on the fish. Pull off all the hair on the tail of a horse, and you're going to end up where you end up. So if you pull off all the scales, you might just end up at the beginning, at the gills, or near the tail where it gets smaller, or up by the fin. So you have markings. The fins are a marking for the divisions in the scale. The tail's a marking for the division in the scale. Because in all actuality, the bones of the fish come out in the tail. We're going to parachute down. The thing I wanted to show you now that I remember, thank you, O Lord, for reminding us, is the reason I just drew this was because the hammer and the sickle. And what I see is the hammer. If I can draw this, can you draw this to me? I have no idea what the sickle looks like, so I probably shouldn't even be doing this, right? But I'm going to do it anyways. Okay, here's the sickle, and you get another piece over here, and then you get a piece here, and I think it goes like this, okay? Now, the question is, if it stopped here, this can look like a needle. This can look like the needle. Cut it off from here with the sickle. This can look like the needle. Okay? Now this is your Ebola right over here. What's born from the needle. What's born from the needle. This planet was hot enough, okay, to kill every possible bacteria that can ever exist, but it was brought back through the animal kingdom. Okay, that's how it comes out of the earth. What you eat in the kingdom of the land of earth comes out of the earth. Secondly, I want to show you either this is 2 Mars moons or Earth. This is Mars. Mars. Where's Earth? Right in between it, right over here. Earth is between Mars. That means the bridge of your nose. We're going to go back to the hammer and the sickle. If you want to look at the hammer and the sickle again, we'll look at it this way. The sickle holds up 1 egg. The hammer comes in to break the egg. The hammer and the sickle. Now the question is this the woman lying in her bed? Is this by the quarter moon? How do we bring it in? By the quarter moon of life. Luna. Monday and Luna. Same thing. 3, 3, 1, 5, 1. 3, 3, 1, 5, 1. 1, 2, 2, 1. 12, 21. 1, 4, 1. 1 for 1 is the excess of the reader of the moon of Luna, brought in through the breaking of inside one part of man's head, through the hammer and the sickle, and through virus and Ebola control and mind, they now own what is in man's head, known as the hammer and the sickle. Every new cell that's broken open and split and pieced together throughout the life of who you are, running you out of your breath, speeding up your time because it's doing whatever it needs to do in order to streamline your life more than having you live your life. But again, it's based on choices. Raphael, thank you.